Okay, what's up, y'all? Uneducated Yogi here with One Family Investing. I've been traveling, I've been moving around, so it's half of the reason why there hasn't been any videos up. But another note, there's always going to be like hard times and things that challenge you, challenge me to reach a goal. So, what I'm one side of what I'm doing here is saying like, okay, well, we can reach financial freedom through learning and by putting ourselves in a certain type of association, a certain type of community, and we have to execute. With those things, we can have financial freedom. What type of knowledge we have, the type of people we surround ourselves with, and us actually executing on it, that creates financial freedom. On the other side of that, if y'all don't know, um, I'm a spiritualist type of person. There's a fly in here. That's why I'm doing this. I'm a spiritualist type of person, and on that side, like a certain type of not being deterred by material things or like we have a goal and because this happened in my life, I can get deterred from that goal. So in spirituality, no matter what happens, we still continue our goal. So I'm trying to show that. It's been a while because I wanted to, if you've seen any of my earlier videos, I would like to actually do this on a more consistent basis than what I've been doing. So in that regard, I haven't been doing so hot, y'all. But I'm here and I got some good stuff for y'all. Okay. So we're gonna get into that and thank you for being here. Yo, this fly. Seriously, I've been sitting here watching videos, doing all this stuff. This fly has not been messing with me. But now that I have went live, all of a sudden it wants to mess with me. I think it's a hater, honestly. I think it's a hater. Okay, so some things I want to go over is this chart right here. This is it's on Trader View. A little background. I met with my sis. She's day trading consistently now. When I went to Wisconsin to visit my dad, our dad, and we talked about things. And I got something to share about these support and resistant lines. I didn't draw them. They showed up. Okay, they showed up and they showing out. I'm gonna show y'all how that happens. So if you want to get into trading, support and resistant lines could be a very nice tool for you. And it's one way to trade. You can trade many different ways, but one consistent way that I've seen, or one um, thing that needs to be understood, no matter how you trade, is the understanding of support and resistant lines. Okay, so support and resistant lines is not the only way you can trade, but what I've noticed is it's in a lot of other ways that you trade. So if you trade this way or that way, support and resistant lines will be there. Okay, so I'll show you how I get these support and resistant lines just within the app. It's kind of cool. Um, we'll talk a little bit about the public portfolio, how it's doing. Last time I think it was at three something. It's at 2.9. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and then I'll go over some option watch list trades that I had. That's the main point of this video, actually, because there's two ways to understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so one, I want all of you who are watching this to have a safe portfolio. So the public traded account, this is the public account. this is a safe portfolio, meaning if I leave this here and do absolutely nothing for the next 2 to 3 years, I won't worry. Based off the stocks that I have, based off of understanding risk to reward ratio, and we have an independent risk to reward ratio, just let that be understood. But what I'm trying to say is I made this account specifically, this portfolio specifically for people, even if they have a low threshold, a risk threshold. So there's some things in here that is a bit more risky than others, but that's just natural. Okay. So what I'm showing y'all is one, we have a less risky account. That's the public portfolio. Okay, we'll go over that. And then the reason I'm doing this whole day trading or options watch list is as options here. Options, they can happen in swing trading, so long term trading, longer term trading, not long term, but like longer than day trading. And then you have day trading. So day trading and longer than day trading, but not so long. So it's called swing trading. So the day trading, that's what this is for. Day trading, this is my private account, and I'll be showing you guys, I'll be showing y'all how I go from nothing to something, or it could be worded as like a new day trader to an expert day trader. So that's the plan here. And I consider myself still new as far as day trading. As far as just trading a nice public portfolio or a nice safe portfolio, I have experience in that. So this one is a little bit more boring in the sense of you're not going to see like big gains and little gains in short amount of time frames. You'll see big gains in a longer time frame. Okay, so this 297 for $2,974. Um, it was at three something. I don't know, like literally the other day. I haven't been here in a while, but I've still been following my trades and stuff like that. And you see the day change right here. So today just happens to be a low income day. You know, you can call it that. So $12. Let's see, if we were $12 up, seven, eight, nine. I mean, we'll be at almost 3,000, right? So just this for today, it's down, but like it was at 3,047 or something like that just the other day. So again, it goes up and down. So we're not worried about that. We know our overall gains for our stocks is $406. That's some good gains right there. And then our ETFs, they're countering us right now. So our ETFs, the loss is around $194. So this Destiny Tech has been a thorn in my whatever it's called. I don't know what they say. But anyways, it goes up and down between it's been like this is the highest negative I think that I've seen, maybe like around 240, maybe it got to 260, I think 240 though. And then the lowest I've seen is around like 116, 119, something like that. So imagine this being $100 more, and that's just because of just one stock, which is okay. Because when Destiny Tech, because I've been watching it now, because I know that when my loss gets to around 119, 116, that's around the low, so to speak, right? If I wanted to get out of Destiny Tech, once it gets around that, even though I don't have gains, I can still get out with a less loss and then put this $440 somewhere else. So let's say this gets down to 119 again, 116. I could sell it all because I've been watching it a little bit now, and not years though. So that's the point also. We don't want to just trade just because within a couple of months something went down. We want to trade, we want to sell a trade if it's not performing nicely after years. Because I got Destiny Tech 100, right here, Destiny Tech 100. I got Destiny Tech 100 because of certain stocks that is in that ETF. Remember, a ETF has multiple stocks. Within Destiny Tech, there's some really nice stocks I believe will do well over years. This has been a couple of months. It's not the same as years, so I don't want to jump the gun yet. So I'm going to leave it in this public portfolio, and hopefully I'll show y'all that years matter more than months, so we'll just leave that there. But anyways, $2,974. This was not this low even so recently. So, it's fluctuating. This is what stocks do. What to do. If I go off of all these reds right here, these are daily changes, right? I can go, oh man, I can't believe I lost $9 here, $9 here. Let me sell them. But if you look at this, SoFi, it's a day change, but overall, I'm up $67 within this account. Okay. Um, yeah, I could be happy that Genie got $22 today, but overall, I'm up 153. Nike is down 70 cents for my portion that I hold. It's down 70 cents or 7% or 0.07. Yeah, 7%. I can say, oh, well, let me get out. But overall, I'm up 210%. Okay. So the day changes do not matter. The day changes do not matter. They matter for other reasons, but not long term. This is a safe portfolio. Okay. The safe portfolio, I believe it will still do well if I do nothing. I can do nothing. I'm not confused about the stocks that I picked. And again, y'all can ask me about any of these stocks: Nike, Genius, SoFi, Cloudflare, ST Microelectronics, Block, and then my ETFs, Arc Space Exploration, and Destiny Tech. Y'all can ask, put it in the comment. Hey, why'd you pick this one? I like For me, I don't know why I would pick this, but why'd you pick this? And then I would answer. Okay. So, because at different times, there's people who have SoFi right now, but they could be negative. But that's because they bought it at a certain time. Okay. So people who bought Nike, they probably didn't buy Nike at the time I bought it. So in their portfolio, it could be negative. So at the time we buy, for the reasons we buy at the time we buy matters. It's not the fact that we just bought something, because you can see something and be like, well, Nvidia, when it was going through a quote unquote tough time, it's probably not smart to buy it during that time. But if you're an inside trader, it probably was a smart time. So how do you know? If you don't know that understanding, then that's when you ask questions and go like, what do you mean? Um, During the quote unquote tariffs change and Nvidia crash, that was actually the best time to buy Nvidia. That was the best time to buy Nvidia. But most did not because they felt like the market was too volatile, or it's just crashing. I heard this word crash and I'm just like, I don't even know what that means. Anyways, I'm new. What am I to say? What am I to say? Well, I'm telling you right now, who cares about a crash? Crashes actually benefit investors. Crashes benefit investors. Okay? So if you're a smart investor, it benefits. So a crash isn't bad. A crash is only bad if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So let's keep going. So that's the public portfolio. I guess that's what I'm going to say about it today, which is this is where it's at. And, let's not be alarmed by any of this. We'll keep looking at this. And because y'all don't have any risk in it, I got you. Let me show you in a couple of weeks and a couple of months what it's going to be doing. Cool? Okay. So we'll leave that there. Um, Let me go to support and resistance trading real quick. So I was in Milwaukee, visiting my dad. My dad's out there. He's in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. And my sister came, who's also a trader. I had other family there, but she's the trader. And we sat down and we talked about some things. And then I was telling her that I'm a support and resistance trader. You know, she's a certain type of trader. I'm a certain type of trader. So, and that's the other thing. Like, you don't have to be trading in the same way to get success. So, as a support and resistance trader for myself, that's just the way my brain works. My brain works with being able to see that without help. So it's natural for me to see where what other people call support and resistance lie. I didn't know that's what it was called. All I knew is I saw a pattern. And then when I would trade to those patterns, I did good. Okay. So now that I'm getting more language on it, I'm sharing it, right? So my sister, she wasn't a support and resistance trader naturally. She was a different type of trader. I can't remember what it was. So what we can understand here is if so I didn't draw these lines in. So this is if y'all remember this is where the market is right now. Okay. This is the 5 minute chart up here. You see this 5 minute chart. So when I come down here, this purple line is a support line, okay? Because it's underneath the current price or trend. A trend is like this was going up. So as this was down here before this candle, these are called candles if you don't remember. So these are called candles. So this line down here was or this line right here, when it was down here, was a resistant line. And then when it became up here and started playing up here, this was a support line. So it would have been purple. But then it became down below that one and it became yellow, orange, whatever that is, gold. So then it became down here. And then once it became up here again, it turned purple. And now it's playing up here and then it gets here, not quite yet. It's still purple. It's still purple right here at this candle because and then once it goes below, it turns gold. That's orange, yellow, whatever you want to call it. So then it turns that color. So then it goes back and forth between that, right? And now we're back down below this line. So when things were up here, this line was purple. But then these candles became lower than that line. It became a support line. That's what this purple line is. It's called a support line. So the support line was inputted by an indicator. Okay, so when you're trading, you can utilize these things called indicators to help you trade. And what's cool about these indicators, what I'm finding out, because again, y'all are here with me um, nurturing myself to how to day trade. If you take some of my trades, it's not financial advice, but if some of the trades I've taken, if it's being followed as a holder, oh, you good. You good. I don't think I have a problem with stocks to hold. What I'm doing right now and what we're doing right now is we're going on a journey together of how to day trade in a certain way, right? So the day trading is what is new to me and what I am uh, wanting to make happen. So y'all are going through with me, but I'm educating you on things that I am either knowing or being educated on as well. So now that this candle is below, okay, this candle is below this line. Is the candle below this line? This line is now orange because it's below. But if this moves up, this line will turn purple. This line will stay gold. This line will turn purple once the candles come above up here. This line will turn purple. It's supporting resistance, okay? I want to show y'all that because this indicator, so if you're on, it's an app called TraderView or any app that might, have it, but, it's TraderView is a very famous app. So uh, what I started to do is I started to look at different support and resistance apps. And there's one called Support and Resistance with Break by Lux Algo. And then there's one called Support Resistant Dynamic V2 by Lonesome. Honestly, what you're seeing now is the one by Lonesome. And I ain't gonna lie, they killing the game. Okay, they're killing the game. It's actually where I would. It's closer to where I would put my natural support and resistant lines if I didn't have a indicator. An indicator again, it shows you stuff on the chart to where you don't have to like figure it out. It's already calculated. Okay, so these support and resistant lines are calculated. But then if you look at these ones, um, oh, these are closer actually than what I've seen earlier. So earlier I was looking at these. So these support and resistant lines by the other, this is Altalago, whatever I said with the A, right? So these ones is by them, the red and the blue. I made these different colors for this specific thing so that I can have, like gold and purple. So I could just see the difference. What's cool is about this is these are called like zones, but I'll get into that later. But anyways, the support and resistant lines by the first one that I'm showing y'all by lonesome what? Lonesome the blue. Lonesome the blue. So I like them as far as being closer to where I would put my support and resistant lines. But it doesn't mean you can't use this other one. I think there's a strategy to where I can use them both. I haven't figured that out yet, but if I was to use one of them, I would use support resistance dynamic V2 by Lonesome the Blue. Okay, and I mean I can go into that if y'all want me to comment, but anyways, indicators they help you understand things that you might not have the care to try to figure out. All right, so I got an indicator for that, and an indicator it just gives me the numbers anyways. So I'm gonna turn off this one with the brakes again. I have two of them on here. You see how close they are? So being close is fine. Being specific is more important. So how I would do things is just very specific. So indicators. I hope you got that. Anyways, so I wanted to share that with you. This is SoFi. So SoFi, I'm watching SoFi with this stuff because that's what I want to day trade. And if I go to, and actually, because this is a channel of resources, I'm not trying to hog y'all attention. This is a channel of resources. Let me do something real quick, which is share how much research I'm doing for y'all, for us, for the channel. Because and I do think about it for y'all, meaning like um I'm not doing this channel for me actually. I mean, I could just do my private, I can do private trading and not have a channel and still be successful. So what I mean by y'all is like, you know, it'd be nice if we all understand each other. So for me, this is a resource channel. I'm going to give y'all other people to be able to follow, but I don't want you to go following everybody that I suggest. I'm like the Angie list of investing. Okay? So there'll be good people on this channel, but not everybody is for you. You can't go follow everybody. Don't go follow everybody. Find one or two people, and maybe that's me. I would love it to be me, but I know I don't have all the stuff that I'm trying to give y'all yet because, like this day trading, for instance, I don't day trade every day right now. So, just being honest, I want to give y'all resources of people who I started to follow, and I go like, well, I think they got the sauce. These people right here, I don't know if they got the sauce. So for me, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so that's why One Family Investing is here, because it's called One Family because there's no dismissing people. We want to help each other and share resources with each other. So one thing that I have done is I started looking at all these indicator videos. Okay, um, there's one there, there's one there. There's probably some shorts up there. There's one there. Uh, I even watched that one. I don't know why the lines aren't up there. But, anyways, like, there's one here. So I'm watching a lot of videos for y'all, okay? I'm just going to say this. There's a person who was found. And this person, T-Pain, forgets to record this from 2020, turn into a banger. Okay, we'll look at that later. Okay, anyways. I'm going to click on history here. Actually, I'm going to go over here. We're going to click on history. And I just want to show y'all, I want to show y'all this one person who I'm thinking is, yo, she pretty dang good, okay? She pretty dang good. We gotta support our people sometimes. So this is a supporting our people moment. If you want to pause and look at any of these history videos that I watched or put in there, whatever, it's always a good idea. So this one right here, IBLV, I like this one. I like her. So
If you're trying to grow a small trading account, this video is going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. Whether you're starting with 100, 500, 1,000, or even $5,000, I'm going to break down the 3 things you need to focus on so that you can grow your account without over trading or blowing it up. This is a clear plan that anyone can follow to scale up and grow your account the right way. So in step 1, I'm going to teach you how to create a structured scaling plan based on your account size that will help you know when to size up and how to compound your growth without risking.
I didn't pick like a specific portion in here, but I'll have a link in the description for this person's. I don't even know what IBLV means yet, but I just saw her today, and I'm telling you right now, out of all of the things that I've been learning and understanding and whatever, She's pretty good. I like her. I very much like her, and I'll be looking at her some more. Again, I'll have a video. I'll have this video in the description below. And what I'm here for is for y'all to follow people like this, and then come back and say like, okay, well, what does this person mean by this? Because like for me, they didn't break it down enough, right? So if that can happen, then I feel successful. Okay. Because again, I'm not sitting here trying to take over the industry of teaching y'all how to trade and invest because there's too many people out there like that. What I'm here to do is to share who is decent and who is not decent. Okay. And I'm praying that I'm one of the decent people because I'm not doing this. I'm doing this stuff, but I'm also really excited about everyone learning fast at their pace. So I'm sharing other people who have different assets than me, have different skill sets than me. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, so I'll be sharing this person's portfolio because the way she explains things is very nice. And you'll understand what I mean by any strategy needs support and resistance. That's also in there. So that's good because it's a very nice concept to understand to start trading right now. Right now. Okay. So there'll be that video, and then maybe I'll put in the other video, like in the way that you should watch them. So basically, that was the first video, how to grow a small trading account fast. And then I watched this other one again. I watched it today. My 15-second scalping strategy, which is like day trading. It's called like one of the day traders is called a scalper, or somebody who's scalpel, um, which is yeah, just trading very quickly. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Trading in small blocks rather than longer blocks. Um, and I haven't watched this one yet, but there's so much support for this person, Mind Math Matter or Mind Math Money. Um, there's just so much good comments in here. And then I saw a small video by him. I'm gonna watch this one and then I'll share again what I've learned from there, but also while I'm doing the this stuff. Meaning, I'm not just watching these things, and that's what most people do. Most of y'all actually just watch people and don't do stuff. You gotta watch people and then you gotta take the risk and do it. You don't take a big risk, you should take a small risk. This is okay. But if you take no risk at all, then you'll never know like what you're good at or like what you can do or anything. So, anyways, um, doing the stuff. So this is my options watch list on Robinhood, and I just put all of these in today. So all of these in today. And as y'all saw, if you watched my last video, I had a SoFi option watch list trade that was up like 700, 800%. I might know what I'm doing. Okay. I might know what I'm doing. These are all on purpose. Okay. So this first one, it says SoFi, I bought at $19.50. It's a put. It's called a put. Put means if the price is going to go down. Okay. So what I did, actually, let's go like this. So if I was to buy an option right now, I was looking for an option that was within $77 because that's what I got in my account. So my buying power, if you see right here, it says $77. So what I did is I went to go trade SoFi, SoFi options, and then I put buy a call. And the strategy I've been looking at is either 30 days, about 30 days out, or 6 months to whatever out. So you're gonna get both versions, but let's just go over this real quick. Let's just say about 30 days out, 35 days. If I buy a call, I'm looking for a call that is 35 days out and about uh $77. Actually, oh, okay, no, okay, I'm looking at this number. Okay, so this right here is what I'm looking at. So if it says $1.43, so let's say, okay, SoFi, it's at $21.15. If you see up here, $21.15. Okay, if I buy a call for this one, $21.50, how likely is it to go to that $21.50? If I look at this thing called delta, it says there's a 51% chance, of it going there. So because there's a higher chance of it going there, you got to pay more for you to buy this call. Because if it goes past this call or strike price, if it goes past this price, 21.50, which it just was past 21.50, by the way. If it goes past 21.50, which is likely, then you'll start making profit as it goes past that. So if you look at my last video, I kind of break that down a little bit. But basically, if I wanted to do this one right now, which this would be nice if it was at $77, but right now it's at $143. So when we see this, we move the decimal over twice because you're buying 100 of these. You're buying 100 SoFi shares for a, or you're owning them as if you own them. You're buying them on contract. You don't own them yet, but you're buying them on contract as if you own them. So I can buy 100 shares right now for $143 to own them. I don't buy the shares. But if I wanted to buy the shares later, then I would have to pay the 21.50 at $100. But what's cool about this is the stock might be up to $22. Okay? So peep what I just said. I can buy this contract. This is one contract. So one contract equals 100 shares. I can buy this one contract with 100 shares for $143, but I don't own it yet. I have ownership of it, but I don't own it yet. I gain ownership of it once I complete the contract. So this is like a contract. Um, well, in home buying, they call it on escrow, which is another investing thing I'll be sharing later. But on escrow, meaning like the seller doesn't own it and the buyer doesn't own it. It's in the middle phase. It's in the middle phase. The middle phase is called escrow. So we're in escrow. When I buy this, I'm in escrow with this stock. Okay. So I have ownership of it, but I don't own it. But let's say I buy it, I buy this one for $143 and I buy 100 of them at 21.50. If I take 21.50 times by 100, it's $2,150. Okay? So let's just say the stock goes to $22.50. What's cool about this is if my expiration date doesn't come, expiring September 5th, if that date doesn't come, I can sell back, I can get out of the contract. I can get out of the contract. So, but because I went into the contract, I got paid a little bit. So right now, if I execute this, let's just say if I hit review, it's not going to let me buy it, but let's say I had $143 in here. Okay. If I had $143 right now, I can buy this. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the watch list as well. We're going to show y'all this. So if I had $143, I'm telling you right now, I'll just buy it. I'll just buy it at this expiration date. I'm buying it. June, July, August, September. So be okay. So within 35 days, hopefully within 20 or less, it gets above 2150. And I'm gonna show y'all what that would mean and what that would do. If I had $143 right now in this account right now, I would buy this, okay? Because I know it's gonna go past that. Me watching the stock, I feel like it's gonna go past that anyways within the next 35 days. So once it goes past that 2150 mark, I start getting paid profit. But if I executed this contract right now, I would get a premium, is what it's called. I honestly don't know what the premium would be, but I would get a premium. I got to learn how to do that math so I can share that with y'all. But I would get a premium, which means, I'll get paid something. I believe. Let me just double check. Let's sell a call. So this is the other thing. So when you buy a call, you have to buy 100 shares. When you sell a call, you have to have 100 shares on deck to be able to sell it. Okay? So let's just do one of those as well. About 35 days out, sell a call, and I am going to do the same thing. So this is what I did. I'm playing around with these so that we can track it together. See, I don't know. This ain't the strategy I would look for because as it goes up, you know, the price goes up, I'm losing. Yeah, so we're not going to do that one. Anyways, I played around with the other ones. So I just showed y'all what I would actually do. I would buy this call for 2150 at $143, and then let's just see what happens, okay? And if y'all stick with me, I'll show you what will happen, and I'll still be looking throughout the week for my $77 one, or if I can add more money to my Robinhood, I'll do that. But right now, I don't have it in my Robinhood. But I don't want this video to be crazy, crazy long. So I think I'm gonna end it here, and then I can go over whatever else I was gonna go over. What else was I gonna go over? I don't know. Anyways, I think that's actually good. I was going to look to buy one of these. Like if I wanted to buy one, I would have to buy this one, which is 2350. And I ain't gonna lie, 2350 isn't bad. If I was to buy a call, 2350. Um, 2350. Let's just see where it was at the other day, real quick. So we're just gonna look at SoFi. Actually, no, that's where TraderView comes in. Okay, TraderView. Boom. So just I think this was yesterday. Just yesterday, it was past 2350. So actually, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to actually I'm gonna I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me buy this. All right, so 2350 delta means like it has, so at 3.32%, it's going like there's a 32% chance that it'll get there by, or it's a 32% chance that it will follow this trend. Um, so I actually believe it can get back there. So let's let's risk my $77. All right, while I'm on here with y'all, let's go to review. You're paying $72 for the right to buy 100 shares of SoFi for 23.50 per share by September 5th. If SoFi shares aren't 23.50 or higher on September 5th, this option will expire worthless. This doesn't include regulatory fees. Yeah, wait, go back. I just want to put, just to make sure, good until canceled. Now we're getting real up in here. Okay, so I'm going to put this order in. Done. Okay, so there is my first trade, my first my first options trade. Y'all are seeing it here. So I'm buying a call, and the expiration date is September 5th. So now we're gonna watch this and see what happens. Okay, I just bought a call, and the reason I'm doing this is because, like, personally, I like to go through the experience. $77 isn't a big risk. Um, I'm hoping the account doesn't get negative. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. we're going we're going to risk this for y'all. I'm risking this for y'all. Y'all better subscribe. If you got this far and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, okay? Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can start doing lives, because this recording stuff, it bulks up my whole laptop and bad things happen. Uh, it freezes and stuff. So if I could just do this live, it's even better, right? So if you can help, please do subscribe. I want to get to 50. And I hope you're getting value from this. One Family Investing, again, we learn, we invest, and we make profit. All right? We got to learn, and then we got to invest, and then we make profit. That's what we're about. And building that community and building that Angie list for investors. So please do follow, please subscribe, turn on notification bells, do all that. If you got any value out of this, I appreciate it. And I hope you appreciate it. I'm in Arizona right now, visiting my mom, and I'll be back home soon. And hopefully, I can keep these videos coming on a consistent basis. All right. Um, truly, 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 I love y'all. I'm not doing this for no reason. It's not something I thought I was going to be doing. I'm actually very, very God oriented. So this is like a material thing for me, but at the same time, I want to share how this isn't material. Making money is actually a spiritual process. So if you're spiritual, you should be making money. And the one who shouldn't be making money, I got you. Ask questions. Maybe you're not the ones who should be making money. But right now, understand, making money is part of the spiritual process. All right. Love y'all. Love and peace. Uneducated Yogi is getting out of here. Man, I just dropped some good stuff right now. Yo, we're about to see what happens. Y'all about to see this live. Get ready. Before September 5th, you're going to see if I'm full of shit or not. Or you'll learn risk management and you'll benefit anyways. Either way, come back. All right. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.